Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another video. Today we're going to be talking about Chivalry 2 again, and this is a little bit of an interesting one because I've seen a lot of videos and we have some polls that we did on this channel. So let's get down into it. There's also a poll on the channel right now. If you go to the community tab, you can see what you think about the combat. Let me know. Let's have a discussion over there. Also remember to like if you liked the video and subscribe with those notifications on if you haven't already. Alright, let's dive right into this. So recently I have seen some videos and I've seen some comments and I've seen some opinions about Chivalry 2 take form, and it makes sense. The beta is over and we can now analyze our footage and look at the gameplay and how it felt and if it was smooth, if it was functional and all this other good stuff. However, I've seen a lot of this come up again and again and again. However, I don't understand how this makes any sense to me, and that's why I'm kind of posting this video as a question to all of you guys. All of you guys that are watching this video. In Chivalry 2, is the combat, in your opinion, is it too simple? Or is it good enough? Is it different enough? And should it stay as it is, or should it become more like Mordhau? Now, this is where I've seen some people talk about the game where it's like, oh, it isn't that good because it's too simple. Over time, it can be not so fun because it can be frustrating that it is simpler than, for example, Mordhau, where you can do this, and that, and the other. However, I think that's a good point. Definitely a good point, and if you do play Mordhau, the combat is much smoother, you can actually show off your skill, you can really be someone special in Mordhau. However, have we really had enough time on our hands to see what people can really do in the melee combat of Chivalry 2? I don't think so. And yes, you can jab, you can kick, you can feint, there's a lot of things that you can do in Chivalry 2. However, I never really got too deep into the combat system. I was more focused about enjoying myself at the moment. I didn't really look at how does a counter work compared to a parry. How does a counter work? Let's say you, instead of immediately countering, you do like a jab and a stab. Like you change it up. And by changing it up, you can kind of make your own flow of the combat. And I do have some clip. I'm going to put a clip up here where I beat like 6 guys. I killed 6 people in a row. And I felt like an absolute badass. And I felt like I did that not because this combat system was easy, but because I managed to trick my enemies to believe that they had a chance. Okay, so now let's look at some of the polls that we did here on the channel. So I asked, which one is better in your opinion? Chivalry 2, Chivalry 1, Mordhau, or other? We had 134 people vote. That's pretty impressive. 78% of them said they liked Chivalry more, or they said that Chivalry 2, in their opinion, were better than Chivalry 1 and Mordhau. 18% is still a pretty sizable percentage in my opinion, and Mordhau is better than Chivalry 2. And I can see where those people are coming from. Definitely. And I think they're probably on the standpoint of where the combat is. I would imagine that that is like the main kind of pillar that is making them think that Mordhau is better because it's a bit more smoother, a bit more flow to the combat. While in Chivalry, you can get the feeling that it's a little stiffer, not as smooth, I guess. However, I still think that Chivalry 2 has potential to be more than just what you think it's surface level. I haven't seen anybody with 100 hours in the game yet, you know, diving in there, killing everybody they see, or having amazing duels. Sometimes in Chivalry 2 I had some really sweaty duels, like that was interesting, that lasted a long time, that I thought I was gonna lose, but then I win, and then I'm like, whoa, yes, felt great. And we also asked the question that after playing Chivalry 2, do you like it more or less than Mordhau? And here we had 100 votes, not as many as the first one. Most people, 68% of those votes, so 68 people said, I like Chivalry 2 more than Mordhau. 5% said they like it less than Mordhau, and 13% said, I like them both as they provide different gameplay. 14% said, I'm not sure. And I think it makes sense that there's some people that say they're not sure, and that there's people that say they like them at the similar thing. Because I think a lot of these answers also might have been at a time where you're like, whoa, yes, I'm enjoying this game a lot. The closed beta is awesome. I can't wait to do more. I want to play more. And I think that's how it is for everybody. You know, it's the honeymoon phase. We're all enjoying ourselves greatly, having an awesome time. playing the game. I do, however, think that later on we might get a bit of a different skew. We might ask these same questions later on when the game goes live, just to see what happens. Does the thing shift? Do we stay the same? Or do people think that it's better or worse? These are answers we can't get at the moment, because the beta is closed. No more beta. It's not there. Now we gotta wait for the full game release before we can get our hands down and dirty again to see if we can actually figure out, is the combat that easy? Is it hard? However, that's why this video is here. I would like you to get down in the comments below here and tell me what you think about the combat overall. I don't know how we should structure this, but like, yeah, Mordhau, Chivalry 2, Chivalry 1, those are like the three main ones to compare it to. I mean, I've seen some people that still prefer Chivalry 1's combat over Chivalry 2 and maybe Mordhau's. So there's a lot of perspectives out there. However, I do think it is good that Chivalry 2 isn't very similar to Mordhau's combat. Because if you have two games with the same combat style, is it even worth playing both of the games? Let's say Chivalry 2 played exactly like Mordhau, the sword combat. Would Chivalry 2 be more or less fun with the same combat Mordhau does? So imagine you own Mordhau and then you own Chivalry 2. Is it going to be worth your time jumping between the games? Because they essentially have the same combat? And the only difference is like some character abilities and some heavy special attacks and jabs. I'm not sure if I would want a game to be similar to another game that I already own. Actually, I don't know how this would be a good analogy, but it's like if you buy a game and then you buy another game that does the exact same thing just because I don't know. I mean, this is where I think it's good that they're different, because we get different gameplay variety, we get more diversity in the medieval space. We don't have that many games. I mean, there are some more coming out and they look pretty damn cool. However, let me know what you think about all of this. I am not sure how I feel about this yet. I don't think I can set my foot down if the combat in Chivalry 2 is better or worse than Mordhau, or if Mordhau is better, because I haven't played Chivalry 2 that much. I've played it a few hours, but not enough. So be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I am on the fence about this, but I feel like it's a bit too early to pull the trigger on saying Chivalry 2 is too simple to not be good. However, if you enjoyed the video, be sure you have clicked that like, maybe you disliked it, or you disagree with me, click that dislike button down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe with those notifications turned on. Hopefully I've earned it today. I've been the Turtle, and hopefully you're having a great day on a Saturday day. And I'm gonna have a great Saturday day as well. So until next time, everybody, bye-bye.